Hi everyone, trust you all are doing well. So what we're going to do in this one is we're going to create an event and a listener and map that listener in our event service provider. Right, so when a reply is created, an event needs to fire off, then we're going to listen for that event and then we're going to map that event. Right, so open up your terminal. And let's create it. Right, let me just show you a couple of commands. PHP artisan help make. Just type in that, then you'll get a list of all the artisan commands that you can make anything that you want. Right, in this case what we're going to create is we're going to make an event and we're going to make a listener. Let me just close this off. Right, so the first event is going to be PHP artisan make event, and we're going to call this event reply was created event. All right, so press enter, and as you can see, it created the event. So how do we see that event now? You go to app, events, you'll see we got our event right there. All right, there's a whole lot of things that I'm not going to be needing in this one. I'm just going to delete them all except the serialized models when we actually create them in a queue. All right, so we can actually delete this as well. All right, so what we want to do now is we're going to create a public variable again for our reply. So we need to just do a public variable called that reply. And you guys know how to do this by now. And then we add our reply in there. Then we're going to set that reply, this reply equal to that reply. Right, so that we know which reply is created, when that event is going off, and stuff like that. All right, so that's basically all we're doing in this one. So we can actually just delete this. All right, so that is basically our event right there, short and sweet and to the point. All right, so the next thing that we're going to do is let's create our listener. Right, so what we're going to do is we can just say PHP artisan make listener. Right, and we're going to call this one send new reply notification. Right, hopefully no spelling errors. Send new reply notification. Right, and you press enter. Okay, boom. Right, so now as you can see, we've got our listener created. So let me just close up the terminal. So you see under our, let me just go there again. Under app, listeners, send new reply notification right here. Right, so there's a couple of things that we need to create in here in our handle method. So we don't need the construct method right here. Let me just delete everything right there. You can obviously, I'm just going to mention this again. You can keep the block codes right there. Okay, this is just me, personal preference. And in this case, on the handle method, I will actually leave the block quote, but you can actually just leave it like this. All right. Now, the thing is, we want to bring in that reply event. That reply was created event. The one that we created just now. Right. That event right there. We're going to pass it in our handle method. Okay. So we bring in that event. Just make sure you import it at the top. Right. This should queue in things that we can actually delete for now. All right. We bring in that reply was created. Now the thing is, now we want to create a thread. Okay, we want to know which thread we're talking about. Okay, now we just want to bring in the event. Okay, and then we want to go to that reply, and then we want to go to that replyable. As you guys remember, we set it up like that, the replyable. So then we know which one it is, so we can actually find the thread like that. All right. Now I want to find out who the thread author is, and then we want to notify that thread author. Okay. And what do we want to do? We want to notify them with a new reply notification. The new reply notification. You guys remember we created this notification right there. Okay. And we want to notify them We want to new reply notification, and we want to go to the event. We want to pass in the parameters event reply, and okay, like that. So let's go to that notification again. As you see, it's expecting the reply, this reply right here, as a parameter. Okay, so we want to pass that parameter to that construct method, and then we pass it through like this, so that they know which reply to work with right there. Okay, and obviously we need to close it off. And let me just make sure it's expecting app models reply, found events reply. No, that's not good. So all we have to do in our reply was created. As you can see, I didn't even import our reply. That's why it's giving me that error. So if I refresh, you can see it removes the error. Okay, which is good. That's very, very nice because it kind of keep you on your toes. That's why I keep on saying, please import at the top. All right. So make sure you import it at the top. Now this will correspond. Everything will work perfectly right now. Right, so basically we're just going to get that thread. We want to author and we want to notify that author about a new notification. And that notification will be via email, okay, and via database notification right there. All right, we obviously are not done. So the next thing that we want to do in this one is we want to map that in our event service provider. All right, so then we go to our providers or app providers, go to our event service provider here. Now, as you can see, I created it right here. Reply was created and sent new reply notification like that. All right. So as you can see, we got our registered class. This is the one that comes with the default installation of Laravel. As you can see, now it just sends a verification email like this. So when the user registers, it just fires this off. And now in this case, when the reply is created, we send that new reply notification like that. All right, so that's it. We're all done with these three right here. So next part is obviously we need to set up our LiveWire components and a whole lot of stuff that we need to get done to make it actually functional. So we've done most of the core work right now. So we're just going to set up the different things as we progress. All right. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a like. If you don't, please give it a dislike. And yes, thank you guys. Just make sure you import the things at the top as well. All right. Cheers, guys. And see you in the next one. Goodbye.